Alright, what's up guys? NinjaDeathStrike here, bringing you some more Pokemon Showdown battles. This week, we're back to the original team I was using after Pokebank dropped. The reason for that is that I accidentally deleted the other one and didn't save it. And I forget how it worked, and this one has Sableye. So we're going to stick with this one for a little bit at least. I do need to apologize up front. Some of these matches aren't the best. I've started working full time and I just don't have as much time to sit down and grind out. So as a result, A, I have to take the matches I can get to put up, and B, I'm not as high on the ladder as I usually am, and therefore the quality of my opponents is somewhat less. So just a fair warning. There's still decent matches. My team still works how it's supposed to, and I think that's one of the main reasons to watch any Pokemon battler on YouTube, because you want to get ideas to facilitate your teams, and I think that my team still does that. So I can talk about that, and we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, that disclaimer out of the way, let's get into the match. I'm going to be down here at the bottom for the first set. My opponent's up here at the top. We have an interesting grab bag of good things and not so good things. Gengar obviously is still super good. Like he's always just so good. Gyarados is still good. Potentially his Mega if he has one, which is fine. Metagross is... People are trying to make Metagross work. I'm not sure if he's going to. Like, I was trying him on this team for a bit, and I didn't care for him a whole lot, but the Assault Vest as well as Weakness Policy are both really, really good items for him. So, you know, gives him a chance. I really like the Weakness Policy Agility Gross. It's gross. And then we have these guys who are not the best guys. You know, as much as I love Umbreon, he can't hack it in OU. He just gets outclassed. I just forgot this thing's name. Typhlosion is, again, another UU All-Star that's just not quite powerful enough. And Rotom is interesting. My team actually has a terrible matchup to just regular old Rotom, which is hilarious. But we'll see that come into play in this match. So let's just go ahead and get into it and see how it plays out. I'm going to lead with Bogart the Sableye, as I do. He's going to lead with Rotom. It's regular Rotom. Like, I don't know what it's going to do, so I just taunt it. Like, Rotom likes to do stupid stuff, right? So I taunt it, end up taking a Shadow Ball, which does less than half, but unfortunately I get the special defense drop, and then Puff is just going to have to eat a Shadow Ball. That's going to break his sturdy, and then Thunder is actually going to 2-hit KO him, which is crazy. I was not expecting that from Rotom, so I lose Dragonite to Rotom of all things, which is annoying. I did get paralyzed there, but since I'm carrying the Love Berry over the leftovers, it didn't actually matter. I'm so torn between those two. Like, both are so good in different situations, but now that Sand isn't as much of a factor, I do like the Lumberry because it often gives you just a free turn to set up, so that's great. Umbreon comes in here, I'm going to taunt it, and then I'm going to be an idiot. I'm going to burn it because it's my favorite Pokemon, and I forget how it works. Umbreon has Synchronize, so I do myself the favor of burning my own Rotom, causing him to take a bunch of residual damage, and generally just be annoying. So I switch into Royal the Landorus here, take the turn to get up my Stealth Rocks. He does have 2 Stealth Rock weaknesses, so I really wanted to get that up. And then I'm just going to start hitting him with Earthquakes. I've intimidated him twice, so I know that Royal can take a hit. I'm not too worried about it. Now here, I make a misplay. I go for the U-turn, even though his defense is boosted, rather than just finishing him off with an Earthquake. And it's actually going to give him a chance to Baton Pass into Gyarados with a big defense and attack bonus. But luckily for me, I do switch into Beefcake. I'm able to go for the Thunder Wave to paralyze it, and then he goes for Outrage. I don't know if he was predicting a switch there, or if he just doesn't know. Like, people forget Togekiss is a fairy. I forget Togekiss is a fairy. I've tried to use Dragon moves on Togekiss myself, so it's understandable if you forgot. But anyhow, because of that, Togekiss is actually going to be able to take out the Mega Gyarados, which is fun. I paralyzed this Metagross. Maybe should have not done that so that I could burn it, but I didn't. He does miss his Meteor Mash there, which lets me get a Nightshade in. I was basically just Death Foddering Sableye there so that I could get a free switch in. I get a little bit of extra damage, but in the end, the miss didn't really matter since an Earthquake from Royal would take that thing out, regardless of whether or not I got one extra Nightshade. So that was nice. Gengar goes for Confuse right here, which, whatever. It's annoying. It's not a great move, though, just because you have such a high probability of it doing actual nothing. Unless you're backed by Confusion. Unless you're backed by Perilous, Confusion really is not where you want to be at, and you just saw why right there. I don't hurt myself the first turn. I end up paralyzing the Gengar, and then I just kill it because I snap out of Confusion immediately. So, once again, Beefcake, the Togekiss, is just doing all kinds of work. It's so good. Like, it's always good on my team. I'm running max HP, max special defense, and it's just so hard to deal with. I can't believe how good it is. Like, the fairy typing is a huge boon. The fact that it can hit dragons super effectively is super nice. You know, it does so much good work, and again, it's going to win me the match here. So, pretty handy victory. I still had quite a few guys ready to go, but Beefcake, once again, just carries the team on his shoulders and doesn't need any help from anybody. So, let's move on to the second match, down here at the bottom again. My opponent's up here at the top. This looks like more of a focused OU team. It's not super common. All of these guys are lower UU, I think, except Excadrill. I'm sure he's high. Terrakion has fallen from grace quite a bit. He's still very good. The same goes for Infernape. I think a lot of people are still trying to figure out if Infernape's good this gen, because he wasn't great last gen, but so much has changed, and maybe he is now. Vaporeon is very solid. Vaporeon's always solid. It always does what you want it to do. So that's a very reliable choice. We have Galvantula. The only reason to ever bring Galvantula to anything is for Sticky Web. So luckily, my team actually does not care about Sticky Web at all. I think the only thing that it affects is Starmie. Yeah, it only affects Starmie and Sableye, but whatever, Prankster. So I actually don't care. Galvantula makes me happy because it's basically a dead spot on their team. I'm playing 6-5 now because he brought that, essentially, which means it'll probably kill like 3 of my guys since I said that and I forget what happens. But we also have Exploud here, that's cool. I don't know if Exploud got scrappy this gen. I don't know anything about Exploud. Like, all I know is it's going to use superpowered normal attacks, and maybe it has scrappy. That is the advantage of bringing things people don't expect to OU. They don't know how to deal with it, and I don't know how to deal with Exploud because I don't know what to expect from it. So we'll have to see how that turns out this match. Let's go ahead and get into it. Again, standard opening for me, lead with Bogart. He has Galvantula in, so I'm just going to taunt it. You know, I expected the what's it called? Sticky Web, that's what he went for. Unfortunately, I get paralyzed with a Thunder, which really is annoying. That's the second time that's happened in 2 matches. But, okay, I mean, I guess I taunted him. I don't switch out the turn he attacks, though, which is kind of dumb, because he could have actually gotten his Sticky Web up there. But, luckily, I was able to get the attack out of him, so there we go. He's also being a complete jerk face in the chat and yelling at me and whatever. Oh, he did get a Sticky Web up, so I have to burn Starmie to spin it away, but that's fine. Exploud comes in. I'm going to paralyze it. I'm going to see what it wants to do. I wasn't sure, you know, what set it was, if it had a choice specs. I was guessing choice specs, and I wasn't paying attention to see that it was losing health from Life Orb, but in the end I am able to get the Shadow in on a safe switch there, and then set up a sub to Scout and see what he wants to do, and take him out with a Sludge Bomb, because Exploud's defenses are not very good. I get Royal in here, get the Intimidate, and even with the Intimidate on that Terrakion, he still did almost half of the Stone Edge, so that thing had to be choice banded. Luckily for me, he's going to miss one, which is going to let me take him out with an Earthquake. I'm not sure how much that's going to end up mattering. It might. I get burned by the Scald, so I'm really not doing well with these with these small percentage chance for status effects here. I've gotten paralyzed and burned, but at least it's on things that I don't really mind when that happens. You know, the residual damage from burn on Beefcake is annoying, but I have recovery. I can deal with it, and I'm actually probably going to be able to beat this Vaporeon one-on-one. Like, if he really wants to stall this out, I will win, because I have recovery. I guess he does too, but I'm just going to be able to win the war. Like, his game plan with his Vaporeon is very easy to predict, and so I'm just going to play it long enough until I'm absolutely sure what he's going to do. I'm going to make an advantageous switch, and I'm going to get all of the initiative. So I guess he kind of sees that coming. He's probably tired of getting paralyzed, but whatever, he was a dick in the chat, so he deserves it. And that's going to be the second match, so not too bad. The first match was a better one, but this one went okay. Galvantula, I don't know what you guys think. I guess we'll make that the question of the day. Do you think it's good? I don't. I don't think it affects enough of OU to warrant a spot on your team. Like, it's... Sticky Web is very powerful in the matches that it's good, but it's almost the same as Spikes in OU. It just doesn't have enough targets to warrant the spot on the team. And the thing with Sticky Web is you actually have to use a pretty bad Pokemon in order to even have that effect. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Check out the links in the description, and I'll have more coming your way shortly. Later, guys.